80-20-365, a time management system to help you achieve your goals and dreams in 2021 and beyond. We all have the same amount of time. Our results depend where we invest it. This is Living Your Life Well Planned, the 80-20-365 success system with its inventor, Adam Vincent Gilmer. My name's Gene Velitis. I'm your host, and we just love doing these podcasts. And to get the most out of these free podcasts, FREE, free podcasts, you simply need a daily planner. It's about $1 a day, and it's your GPS to navigate you through this course. And you'll have your book with you all day long. You'll write in it. It will help you grow. And notice I didn't say change. It'll help you grow. It'll help you with your income. So in the previous episode, we really identified what an illegal pyramid is and what a legal pyramid is, and everything in life. To review, everything in life is a pyramid. So now here in part two of why is Adam's pyramid better than yours? Welcome back again, Adam. And I got you at the end of the previous episode, and I didn't want to throw it away. I wanted to kind of lead with this on episode 66. Let's compare the direct sales industry to a whole bunch of other industries around the world. And if you're taking notes, or if you're not actually, maybe you want to take some notes, because we're going to give you some facts and figures that are just going to blow you away.
All right. So for the people watching, I know that the NFL, and I'm just looking up so I can be absolutely accurate for people. Most people don't really realize the size of the industries and, why quarterbacks get paid so much money, or why a defenseman or what have you is compensated. And then you hear these things about the salary cap of what's happening in the NFL and what have you. And I'm not against any of that. I just want everybody to know that I'm looking at it objectively, saying, what's the size of the industry? And, the NFL has a huge not only sales and revenue, but way to operate. I mean, it's a huge monster. The industry that I'm in is larger than the NFL. It's larger than the NBA. It's larger than the
Hollywood.
It's movies. It's larger than all that combined and put together. And when I tell people it's 189 or more billion dollars, and you can go look it up. We have the Direct Sales Association. I reference them. Go look them up, and you'll see the size of our industry. It's massive. I mean, most people don't realize that on a weekly and daily basis, as a industry, we're paying out millions and millions of dollars in sales organizations, commissions for the transfer of products going to an end user or customer. And people like me are making incomes. And I don't have to go on a football field and take a hit. And by the way, I'm no Tom Brady.
Well, but here's the interesting thing too. Let's just drill down on this a little bit, talking about our industry. On an annual basis, the direct sales industry, it is about, like Adam said, about 190 billion with a B dollars a year. The NFL, get ready for a shocker. The NFL is a $45 billion a year industry. So think of that, 45 billion compared to 190 billion. And, the NFL actually has a saying, and good for them, because they have to make up for the lack of money, even though they make a lot. They say they're the only company in the world that owns Sunday. And there's a bit of truth to that. But think about that figure. NFL, 45 billion, direct sales industry, $190 billion. And, the NFL, they only work 16 weeks, and then there's a Super Bowl. And do you get any football for the rest of the year? No. So you only get it for one quarter of the year. And then if you're a big fan, all you can do is listen to sports radio and make predictions for the next year and all the rest of it. So it's an incredible industry. Now, I love when you do this at presentations. So take a little time doing this. Can you just compare education and economics in, people with a job, just over broke? Sorry about that. We've all had it just broke. So do some comparison about education and economics. And again, take some notes on this one. It's really quite amazing.
I'm not the only person that talks about this in our industry, but you go look at like Robert Kiyosaki or Some of my other mentors, Jim Rohn, John Maxwell, all these other, Susie Orsman, all of them, you take a look at Shark Tank, right? As a brand, okay? And they're looking for new concepts and ideas to be presented, and then they go take it to market. And I think that's the disconnect, Gene, is that I think school, getting a college education is important. I have one, which is great, but it didn't stop there. When we emigrated here, because most people don't know, I'm an immigrant from South Africa. When we emigrated here to the United States and we left during apartheid in South Africa, we came here so we could get a better life. Go after. My dad and mom made the decision to move my brothers and myself here to become, Americans and go through the process of living a better life. Why so many people jumping across the Rio Grande right now? They want a better life. So getting down to education, and by the way, that by itself is an educational process, excuse me. I want people to understand that school does teach some very, very high valued educational ideas, concepts, things, and math and what have you. It's fantastic. But for the majority of people, they're taught to go out and get a good job. And like you referenced, JOB, we use this in the industry, we say just over broke, because what we end up doing is spending more money in the month than what you're actually making. And then you got credit card debt, and it just piles on and piles on and piles on. Our industry is different. Our industry teaches become your own boss. Don't quit your job. Start earning, start having this as your side hustle, excuse me, and making money. And finally get to a point where you're making more money from this kind of business than your current job. And that gives you the opportunity, one, a great story, because you can tell people, hey, I got started part-time and now I'm going to go make the decision to go full-time in the business. And it also creates the opportunity for life change and it's personal development. Now getting back to education, there's nothing wrong with a solid education. In fact, the majority, I think it's like 53 or more % of people that actually are in the direct sales industry have a college degree. And here's the other great thing is the average earnings of a direct sales distributor that's been involved in the company, been attending events, gone to trainings, and worked over a period of 2 or more years is about $5,000 a month. Now, I'm not saying that's the best income in the world. What I am drawing an analogy to is that now a person has residual ongoing income, giving them more time with their family, loved ones, what have you, and can focus on where they're going to take their business next. And the other great thing about our industry, Gene, I love this, is that it's made up mostly of women. Not saying that the men are bad. I'm just saying that women tend to share skincare and health wellness type products much more effectively than us men. In fact, my sales organization and teams are made up of far more women than men. And for the men watching right now, if your wife or significant other or what have you is coming to you saying, I got this direct sales thing, I want to give you some averages so you know. I was just reading this recently. I think it's like 82% of the industry of women make more than 6 figures. Now, just put that in perspective. If you're, a husband, a husband, significant other, what have you, your girlfriend's bringing this to you, and you're looking at this, you're literally pushing away a potential 6-figure annual income. You might want to take a closer look at this. And then if you're, I got smart and understood that women are better than this than me. So I look for incredible, women to come and get involved in this space and empowering them to move their lives forward. And you know what? That has been probably one of my best secrets, is having those kinds of people be part of my business. They're educated, or they were school teachers, or they had a degree or what have you, but they chose this industry after seeing it and hearing the stories and hearing, hey, I can actually do this. And they became part of it.
Yeah, I love that. And when we talk about education, there's a very, very interesting contrast between the educational system and what happens if you get involved in a business like Adams. And I've verified this with a lot of people. You can go through any of the great business schools anywhere in the world. Harvard Business School in the United States, University of Western Ontario Business School in Canada. You can go through a business school in the United Kingdom. One thing they don't teach you in any of these schools is there's no course called How to Make Money. I mean, think about that. You know, you get an MBA from Harvard Business School. There is no course called How to Make Money. Now, you join Adam's business, you want to make some money. So what's one of the first things you teach people, Adam? How to make
Okay.
money.
We also teach people how to be coachable, teachable, develop a personal library. I'm a sum total. I wasn't always successful, Gene. I want everybody to understand this too. Okay. Like, I didn't all of a sudden, I wasn't fresh off the boat and became successful, right? I failed my way through. I wanted to have a better life. I wanted to have the American dream, or I wanted to, be successful. Okay. I didn't want to end up a failure in life. Okay. So I had this driven piece that was part of my makeup. And I decided to be open enough to take a look at different things. I failed my way into the direct sales industry. And just so everybody knows, my first, year at this it sucked, man. Okay. It wasn't good. Okay. But that's because, I thought I knew everything. I thought it was me. And by the way, it was me. Like, and my mentors at the time, be coachable, be teachable. They gave me, hey, go get this book, that book, what have you. And I just shared a post on my Facebook page about this. I mentioned Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, and others. But, and the reason I mentioned them was, this is how my mind's thinking of how I want to pay tribute and say thank you to getting those thoughts and ideas, even though I may not have understood them at the time, but I was exposed to them, and it left an impression or left a residual thought in my head to say, man, this is probably a better way if I could make it work. And I know people are probably thinking that watching this, and I'm telling you, you can do this. It's a matter of who you join, whose teams you're with, and do they have a system in place for success? And we're fortunate enough that we have not only a daily planner, we got online programs, we've got teaching, we have between the shows and things we've done, Gene, over the last year and a half, and the tech teams behind us making all this stuff happen, which I'm really grateful for. We have things in place to not only show people how to do it, but have people take massive action, which brings about the change that they want in their lives.
Exactly. Adam hit on a very, very important word in the last paragraph of what he was talking about, and that was success. So what we've done with these two episodes, why Adam's Pyramid is better than yours, you now know that it's all completely legal. We have products that we sell. You don't have to buy an office. You don't have to buy a franchise. You don't have to spend millions of dollars. We've compared our industry to other industries quite favorably. We've talked about education and economics, and we also discussed the upside down pyramid. So the obvious way to go is in our next episode, number 67, we're going to talk about how do you get success. There's 5 main tenets. We'll talk about each of them. And then in the episode after that, episode 68, a really, really interesting topic. It's why isn't everyone in network marketing? And it'll be interesting for you to listen to that, because you'll self-reflect, and you'll change your mind, and you may also get motivated as well. So thanks for all of this, Adam. We'll see you around the corner, episode 67. How do I have success? This is Living Your Life Well Planned with Adam Vincent Gilmer. I'm Gene Velitis. Here we go. Coming up, episode 67. 80-20-365, a time management system to help you achieve your goals and dreams in 2021 and beyond. We all have the same amount of time. Our results depend where we invest it. 80-20-365, living your life well planned.